Perlman. On this edition of Eco News, we visit His Holiness Dorje Chang Buddha III Cultural and Art Museum in Covina, California, in the greater Los Angeles area. Housed in an historic 112-year-old school building, the landscape paintings, calligraphy, animal portraits, and unique sculptures reflect the beauty of the earth and inspire us to create peace on this planet. Let's take a look at some of the collection.
We are so fortunate here in the city of Covina to have the H.H. Dorje Chang Buddha III Cultural and Art Museum.
Hello everyone, my name is Eric Huang. I am a volunteer here at the H.H. Dorje Chang Buddha III Cultural and Art Museum. I will be doing the translation for this interview. Now let me introduce our president, Dr. Brian Tian.
大家好，我是 Brian。
Welcome to the H.H. Dorje Chang Buddha III Cultural and Art Museum. Here you will find world-class art, the finest art there is in the world.
I am in a museum in Covina, California, with beautiful artwork, Western style, Chinese style, all done by a very important person. But a lot of Americans might not be familiar with who His Holiness is. Could you tell us who he is, what his philosophy is?
In December 2012, the U.S. Senate unanimously passed Resolution 614, in which the U.S. government recognizes His Holiness Dorje Chang Buddha III's devotion to an immensely wide scope of humanitarian activities and the numerous awards His Holiness has received, including a President Gold Award, for his contributions to arts, medicine, ethics, Buddhism, spiritual leadership, and U.S. society. Regent Buddhist Dharma kings and eminent monastics from various Buddhist sects have recognized, corroborated, and congratulated H.H. Dorje Chang Buddha III as being a true Buddha. In Buddhism, Dorje Chang Buddha is the primordial Buddha.
the very first Buddha that took a physical form, and the one who transmitted Buddha Dharma to all the Buddhas in the whole universe. All Buddhists, no matter what Buddhism sect they belong to, practice Buddhism that was originally transmitted by Dorje Chang Buddha. H. Dorje Chang Buddha III is the third time reincarnation of Dorje Chang Buddha in our world. His Holiness has manifested divine achievements in many areas, and art is only one of them. His wisdom is all-encompassing and knows no boundary.
For those of us who don't speak Chinese, what does Dorje Chang mean?
H. Dorje Chang Buddha III is the first Buddha in the history of this world who voluntarily benefits all people without accepting any offerings.
His Holiness's teachings include caring for the earth. He has a love of nature. He wants peace among people. Is that why he creates this artwork, to share that philosophy in an artistic way so that people will protect our environment better?
Based on his profound wisdom, outstanding accomplishments, and the holy morality of Buddha, H. Dorje Chang Buddha III has pointed out a bright path for all people that leads to cultivating morality and advancing peace. The comprehensive achievements of H. Dorje Chang Buddha III include those in Buddhism, philosophy, literature, science, medicine, art, and all other aspects of human culture. The book H. Dorje Chang Buddha III documented some of his achievements in 30 main categories. These achievements by H. Dorje Chang Buddha III not only demonstrate His Holiness's divinity, but also inspire us to follow his teachings to raise moral standards, purify our hearts, embrace compassion, and pursue wisdom. Only by doing so can our societies become harmonious and the world be peaceful. Visitors to our museum can see the great artworks by His Holiness and become inspired. It is our hope that they all bring back joy and happiness from the museum to their families and the communities.
There are so many paintings and sculptures here, but I know that there is also a museum in San Francisco. How many pieces has he created, and where are they located? All over the world?
Although the art created by H. Dorje Chang Buddha III can be found in many museums and art places in the world, there is only one other museum, the International Art Museum of America in San Francisco, where the Yun sculptures can be seen. As said earlier, H. Dorje Chang Buddha III has made great achievements in at least 30 major categories. For art creations alone, there are Chinese paintings, Western paintings, ceramic tiles, art frames, sculptures, calligraphy art, landscape design, and many other things.
I love the beautiful colors and shapes of modern work. I love the Chinese landscapes, and of course, as an animal lover, the wildlife that is painted. Seems as though every picture I look at becomes my next favorite. What is the reaction of people, and what is your favorite?
Ever since the grand opening of the museum, what we have constantly been hearing from the visitors is that they are awed and shocked by how pretty the artworks in the museum are. They are amazed by the quantity, the variety, and the quality of the museum's collections. They cannot believe that all the artworks are from the same great master, and all wonder how can anyone do all these by himself. As far as my favorite piece, I don't really know if I have a particular one.
All I can say is that I realized from all these beautiful works of art how broad a knowledge and great moral characters His Holiness must have. These artworks also show how altruistic His Holiness is and prove his contributions to the society and humanity, as they are made for all people of the world to see and enjoy.
Here is the book by the Buddha Master, His Holiness, The Dharma of Cultivation. I'm going to take it home and learn a bit more.
When I came into the museum, I was astonished to see so many wonderful artwork in my whole life. And I personally really enjoy all the artwork here.
What are some of your favorite pieces?
One of the most outstanding pieces I have seen is like a big rock. Inside the big rock, there's a sculpture, there's a painting, there's a color in there. It's beyond the language that we can explain how outstanding his artwork is. So that is my favorite one.
This piece is called Colorful Charm. Lots of color. It's amazing. But what's most spectacular is how deep it looks, and yet I can tell it's not. I don't know how he creates that.
This is a 120-year-old building that at one point in time, the plan was to demolish it. A developer was interested in building condos here. Instead, we have this wonderful facility with this beautiful artwork that's so diverse, and it's such a fantastic experience to come and see. I really encourage you to come see this wonderful place and this amazing artwork that was done by one individual. We're so glad to have this art gallery in our community.
We're in the what used to be the Covina High School. It was built in 1902, finished in December of 1902. Served as a high school till 1909, then was given to the grammar school district and served as a grammar school till 1919. Then it was sold to the Masonic Lodge. They took it on the condition that it moved off the lot that it was on San Bernardino Road. Served as a Masonic Lodge then until about 2008, I'm not sure of the date. And then it was sold to a cultural center, and now to another group that has made it into a art museum, and they have done a wonderful job, not just the interior but the exterior, fixing the building up so much better than it ever was originally. We're so pleased, the society, and I think all of the people of Covina, to have the building in the hands of people that care as much about it as we do as a historical building.
What you see here, and especially as you talk to people in the audience, you see a lot of young artists, not just those who are involved in painting or calligraphy, but also actors, those who are trying to keep up with the development of art. And here in the community, this is an opportunity for people to come learn about art, and especially the setting. This 112-year-old building here really lends itself in the community to a welcoming introduction to Asian art for those throughout Southern California.
With me is State Senator Dr. Ed Hernandez. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here at this beautiful event. Why do you think it's so important to have this in your district?
Well, first of all, I'm glad that it's in my district, in the city of Covina. But what I was saying inside is the district, and more importantly, the San Gabriel Valley, has such a diverse population, and it's really important to highlight that diversity. And it's the fact that they plan to have it here in the city of Covina, I'm hoping that all of my constituents can come and see it and enjoy the beauty of the facility.
I'm Dan Smith, president of the Covina Downtown Merchants Association, and I'm standing in front of the new museum in the Covina downtown. And I can tell you that every time I visit, I see something new and exciting and different. Highly recommend it as a place to come and see modern art, ancient art, Chinese art. There's something here for everyone.
This was a very old property which we are very excited to see that it has been transformed into this cultural arts museum. We are very proud of this. We've never had anything like this in Covina before, so this is truly exciting for us, and we hope that a lot of people will be coming to Covina to enjoy all the wonderful art forms that are demonstrated in this museum.
My name is Julie Ertel, and I'm the president of the U.S. Weiser Sport Committee. And I'm here today in this beautiful building for the grand opening of the H.H. Dorje Chang Buddha the Third Museum, Cultural and Art Museum. And we moved the Weiser ball field outdoors. We play outdoors in parks more often than we play inside, so we decided to really just bring the artwork in, hoping that it draws more people into our facility to appreciate the art and help our society.
I'm the abbot of the Holy Vajrasana Temple and Retreat Center near Fresno, and I'm here to see the new artwork. I've been an admirer of His Holiness Buddha Master's artwork for many, many years, and it's good to see, always good to see new ones, and there's some I haven't seen before, so this show is just absolutely wonderful.
Hi, I'm David Morgan, local business leader here in downtown Covina. I just got out of the museum, and wow, what a treasure. I'd highly recommend for every single one of you to come down when you have the opportunity. And you'll be able to see fine art to calligraphies to oil paintings and sculptures and much, much more. What's really unique about this museum is it was all done by just one individual. Now, as a bonus, this fine building, which is over 112 years old, was renovated, so thank you to the museum.
So I am going to translate it into English. Only with the utmost wisdom, utmost level of the Buddha, only him can do this utmost level of art in this museum. So this is the fortune and auspiciousness of the living beings in this world. And also this contains the most perfect, the most auspicious artwork in this museum.
Lily Kuo is representing Assemblyman Travis Allen. Why is it so important that people in Orange County as well as Los Angeles know about this beautiful place?
Because, first of all, he is such a magnificent sculptor and artist. He's just a lot of, he promotes art and culture. And the mission is basically to promote self-morality as well as world peace. And
we need that so much. Isn't it wonderful that so many people came out to celebrate?
Absolutely. Yes, he deserves it.
Thank you.
I was here today on behalf of County Los Angeles Supervisor Michael Antonovich. We were just absolutely honored that this wonderful cultural museum was opened and that we have the pleasure of participating and enjoying this beautiful museum that was brought to us.
We're here for this great cultural event, and it's a great museum. It's a great opportunity for multicultural Southern California.
Put your hands together. Welcome.
And so I'm going to take this opportunity at this point to ask Brian Tyne to come forward, because he is the curator of the Art Museum, and I want to make this presentation to you, if I can, Brian. And now my second one is to the museum itself, but to do that, I'm going to ask all the elected officials to come forward that represent the communities throughout East San Gabriel Valley. If you'll all please come forward.
This is just one of many examples of what we've seen here today, but there is so much more to be seen, and the only way you'll truly appreciate all this art is to come visit the museum and participate in its events, and I know we're going to benefit from this as a community,
and it's been my privilege to be here tonight.
I'm very proud that Covina has this kind of building with the treasures of art, and I will most certainly tell all my friends and visitors, I will bring them here to admire and to enjoy what we have here in Covina.
I'm pleased to be able to have an opportunity to see the art that is in this building that from the outside you wouldn't know it's here.
Cannot explain in words. It's out of world. It's very detailed. And, yeah.
How do you like the art?
I really like it. It's the lack of color really brings out the details.
I'm from Hong Kong. I'm volunteers here to make sure everyone enjoys their show and their tours here.
How do you like the art?
Amazing. Yeah. You just can't find this anywhere in the world. Actually, I learned, to paint, but this is like way beyond any people can do the work. Yeah, it's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
Why did you come to this museum?
I've come to this museum to experience the masterpieces of His Holiness. The Western paintings, I've never seen anything like them. They're unique, but they all represent nature in its organic lines and forms while being paired with colors that I've never seen. They're innovative and they are mysterious as well. Strokes and the forms all are reminiscent of the patterns that you can find in nature, in small rocks, in the movement of clouds. I'm pleased to be volunteering my time to bring these youth to this museum and have a new experience.
I'm just so happy that His Holiness Dorje Chang Buddha III has come and blessed us with this art among tons of other types, everything ranging from landscapes to very abstract and colorful Western paintings. And the thing is, it's not just for Buddhists, it's for everybody. And I really think anybody can benefit from looking at a beautiful piece of art. And so I would just encourage everybody to give it a chance and see how they feel after experiencing it. So many of the paintings and drawings that the Buddha Master does are of nature and in so many different ways and perspectives, and it should remind us how precious and beautiful the nature is and how we need to preserve it and how critical it is and how it inspires art, even though it's basically art itself.
The museum is free of charge. You want the public to come, people from every different background, regardless of their religion, their ethnicity, their race, their sex. You want them to enjoy this beautiful artwork. So, why did you volunteer?
Because we just had our grand opening. We welcome more people to come and visit us, and the museum will remain open to the public, free of charge for a limited period of time. In terms of volunteering my time, I am not the only volunteer. Everyone else here is also a volunteer. And we have more people coming and wanting to become volunteers here at the museum. People feel empowered and inspired working here. And when they see visitors coming to enjoy the art of the museum, they feel the joy and happiness inside, and that is not a feeling money can buy.
I wish we had more time to talk about every single piece of art because it's so beautiful, so inspiring. I'd like to thank you so very much for sharing all of this with the public. Thank you for your good work. Thank you for being my guest.
Thank you very much to Nancy and the EcoNews production team for coming and making this program to introduce our cultural and art museum to the entire nation of U.S. and even to the world. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Even though we can't take the gorgeous items in the museum, fortunately there are some replicas.
We have some commercial art pieces. The Office of the Buddha authorized the use of these images to this company, Vintage Art. They can generate some profits.
I hope that you have been inspired by the beautiful paintings and sculptures of His Holiness Dorje Chang Buddha III. When visiting Los Angeles, be sure to make a trip to Covina, to this museum, to see the incredible artwork of this master. On behalf of our nonprofit organization, Educational Communications and Eco News, I'm Nancy Perlman, wishing you a natural, unspoiled environment.